Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connection video where we're exploring the angel Asmodel. Now, Asmodel is the guardian angel of the star sign Taurus. So if you're a Taurean, then this is a great angel for you to align with. But if you're not a Taurian, don't stop now, because there's definitely a benefit for all of us sometimes working with Asmodel. Now, if you're a fire sign and tend to get a bit fired up and tend to jump into things without thinking, then that Asmodel and that Taurian energy can be really good. Especially if you have a lot of Scorpionic energy as well. Asmodel can help you to really make sure that you're looking after your money and be a bit more sensible instead of spending the last dollar you have on a transcendental experience. So each of us can call on the different energies of the star signs and their guardian angels to actually help us to grow and find balance. So in this video, I'm going to explore Asmodel and why he is relevant as an angel to Taureans and all the other signs as well. Asmodel is great for Taureans or anyone seeking that Taurian energy, which is very much about stability, especially in the realms of money, physicality, and also love. Now, he kind of offers us a slow and steady approach, and as long as we're taking steps forward each day, that's kind of what Asmodel encourages us to do. Sometimes we look at the now and we look for that instant gratification, but Asmodel is not about that. Asmodel is about making sure that day after day you're doing a little bit to save for a safety net. Many of us have had different things happen to us in our lives where we've been unprepared for them, but if we've worked with Asmodel and that Taurian energy of having a bit of financial and practical stability, then when these little things that shake us around come up, then we're fine. However, Asmodel also gives us signs when maybe we're getting a bit too possessive or a bit too greedy when it comes to physical or monetary gain or gaining possessions and that type of thing. At the end of the day, one of the great lessons that Asmodel has for us is, it doesn't matter if you've got all the money or all the possessions in the world. At the end of the day, if you haven't got great relationships, and if you haven't actually got out and experienced a full gamut of experiences in life, then who cares how big your house is if you're just sitting in it all day and that type of thing. So he'll give you little signs in that type of way. He also helps us to keep a level head, to realise that the role that money plays in life. It has a role, but it's not the be-all and end-all. And we'll encourage you to do things like get out in nature, relax, chill out, and really enjoy that as well. Now, how would you recognise Asmodel if he appears for you in a vision? Well, he's normally depicted wearing deep green colours, like the shirt I'm wearing, and often is holding a book. It's that reliability and that stability and just checking back in with things instead of getting carried away and diving in impulsively. That's the type of energy and the type of guidance that Asmodel brings. Do you ever find that money comes in, money goes out, and then a big bill comes in and you're going to try and find money for it somewhere, and you never really get ahead? Financially, your nest egg isn't growing. Then Asmodel would be a great angel to connect with and call upon. He encourages us to take slow, steady steps and build it step by step by step. It may not seem much if you're just putting $10 a week away, but that will build into something as long as you stick to it. He also encourages us to be patient when it comes to love. So maybe you really want to find the perfect partner, and you're getting frustrated because it's not happening straight away. Why can't I meet anyone? Well, what does Asmodel recommend? Prepare the vessel. Prepare yourself for emergencies. Prepare yourself to meet that person. Indulge in a bit of learning if you can. Educate and better yourself in whether we're talking about money or love. The better you can improve yourself and become more educated and more knowledgeable and have more to give to the world and be better managing relationships and money, then this is a great tip to do. So, if you get really frustrated because it's not all happening now and it's a bit erratic, Asmodel's really going to ground you. Resilience, stability, and patience are the attributes that he brings you. If you need his help, grab one of his crystals and dedicate it to him. And ask whenever I need to be a bit more patient, to have a long-term goal, whenever I'm going to spend my savings money on something that's really an emergency, like that new jacket. Hey, I'm guilty of that in the past. And, ask Asmodel to give you the strength to see the long-term goal as well. Now, how do you know when Asmodel is hearing you, when he's around, or when he's trying to send you a sign? Well, if you see books, scrolls, unicorns, or bulls, tend to be a sign from Asmodel of going, hey, whatever you're thinking about right now, or whatever's around right now, that's a bit of a lesson for you. So this can be a really great way to start to connect with this angel, and as you talk to Asmodel more and dedicate and feel his energy around you, then he can support you in this goal, I guess, of having that resilience and that stability over the long term. Let me offer you two different crystals that I really like to use to connect with Asmodel. Now the first is a bit of an introductory crystal. So this is a common crystal that when you first start to work with him is a really great one. And it's good old green Aventurine. Now green Aventurine is kind of crushed up quartzite, so it's all kind of crushed together, and then it's got mica in it. Now mica kind of grows like fish scales, so it has this real stability. So green Aventurine is renowned for being an abundance, a prosperity, and a lucky crystal. But what I love about it is having that mica in it, it brings stability in our finances as well. So if you do find that your money's up and down and you can't quite get that stability, this can be an absolutely amazing one. Now, if you want to build a really strong relationship with Asmodel, or you find that you've been working with him for a while and you want to upgrade that relationship, then work with a crystal called Hiddenite. So what is Hiddenite? Well, you've probably heard of kunzite, that kind of pink crystal. Well, sometimes that same type of spodumene is green, and this here is Hiddenite. Now, pink kunzite we know is really good for soul love, and you could use this with Asmodel as well, bringing a long-term relationship. But this is really good for long-term value and security in the physical realm. So having that stability, seeing that long-term, Hiddenite will really help you to do that, and it's very protective of your money and your wealth. Now, when I'm saying wealth, that can be your dollars in the bank account, but it can also be the wealth that you have in your life, your good health, your good healthy relationships, the abundance of opportunities and experiences, all those different things. Hiddenite helps to preserve and protect them as well. So whether you're just starting out and want to work with green Aventurine or with Hiddenite, either of these have a really strong resonance to this angel Asmodel. Essential oils are another great way to really connect with the different angels. So I want to share with you my Asmodel blend. It's got 3 different oils in it. Now the first one is an oil called Arbor Vitae. Now Arbor Vitae is another name for the western red cedar. It's a massive tree that grows upright. Now the oil is so thick in that tree that insects don't bore into it. It never rots. Even when it falls over, it takes years and years and years to decompose because that oil is so thick. That energy is passed on to that oil, that resilience and that fortitude. And so this is a great oil for making sure that you don't get distracted by little kind of things that catch your attention suddenly. Maybe like me, I'm a Gemini that gets caught by, sparkly things, and off goes my money. Arbor Vitae is a good one for keeping you on track with where you're heading and the long-term goals. Now, of course, we want to stay grounded. We want to stay sensible, and a really good oil for that is vetiver. Vetiver is from a root of a grass plant, and so any root oil is really good for keeping us rooted, keeping us grounded, keeping us sensible, and also taking our time. If you tend to get impatient, if you want it now, if you all those types of things, vetiver is a great one to just slow you down and relax and really just wait for things to unfold, and in that stillness go, what can I do while I'm waiting for whatever to happen, whether it be for the right person to come into my life, for the next money to come in, whatever that may be. Vetiver is really good. Remember though, don't think of Asmodel as this boring kind of lecturing angel. It's like you just need to save your money and you're not allowed to have fun. Why we want to have that security is so that we don't have to stress about money and we can enjoy the life we're having. Yes, money is not everything, but we've all had times when we've been short in money and it stops us enjoying other aspects of life. And so Asmodel wants us to have that stability, but he also wants us to enjoy life. As do Taureans. They tend to be rather sensual. They love things that look good, smell good, taste good, feel good, and sound good. And so Ylang Ylang is a great oil that's great with Asmodel, great with Taureans, and that Taurian energy are really enjoying the pleasure of life. Whatever abundance you're bringing into your life is worthless if you're not enjoying it. And Ylang Ylang helps us to do that. So grab some Arbor Vitae, some vetiver, and some Ylang Ylang, and you can either pop them in your diffuser, or you can mix them and anoint your body with them, or make a roller ball out of them. And you can put as much of each oil as you want. As long as 1 drop of each, then you've got that energy in there. So put more Ylang Ylang in it if you like it. If you love put more veteran in it. Play around in that type of way as well. Now, I'd love to hear if you've worked with Asmodel and if you've had any experiences with him. As a Taurian is what this angel helps you with. Is that relevant to you? Or maybe you're another sign and you're like, oh, I think I need to work with my Taurian energy, and Asmodel might be a good one to call on to help me with that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I love reading your comments below. My name's Adam. Blessed be.